likes, and it was like 4 words, Like sometimes the truth is in its purest form. Sometimes it's so easy. I comment something on Bill Myers program to say, hey, Bill Myers, he was talking about Jimmy Kimmel being canceled, and I'm like, you won't be canceled because I feel like you play both sides. And it's probably not even a bad place where Bill Mayer. I think Bill Mayer is probably one of the satire comedians who managed to carve out a space where he's not too far left nor he's not too far right. I feel like Bill Myers compromised his brand when he actually sat down and went to dinner with Donald Trump. I feel like that was a very bad thing. That was a very miscalculation of on his part, right? And because I love Bill Mayer, I just love Bill Mayer where, as I said, I have a mind that be open to everything but be attached to nothing. And I feel Bill Mayer is in that unique space where you can't say, because no one, even though he is openly a Democrat, I think he's openly a Democrat. I feel like the Democrat doesn't really want him, but like the far right or the Republicans doesn't really want him, and that's a good play because I feel like Bill Mayer in America is country first. I feel like he's actually one of the few people or persons who is all right. It's country first. It is not about America or everybody have background nowadays. I can't see what go on on social media. Yeah, so when I commented that and I picked up something like 1,000 likes, no 2,000 likes. Like it was. This is why, like you always want to get a bit of notice on social media, and constantly my phone is going. People commenting because not only people liking, but people is commenting. But I don't really read the comments them because I don't really want to get sucked into that because I don't really got the time for that. But it was just me just saying to like I'm commenting on that Bill Myers video that yeah you are you I don't see you getting canceled like. Bill Mayer is that uncle. I think Bill Mayer is that uncle. He's reached that stage now where like, okay, it's just Uncle Bill Myers. Him can't say why. him sit down with like his friend with the abusive boyfriend. His friend with the abusive boyfriend or the abusive. It's like, yeah, it's Uncle Bill Myers. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like if he had not really went to Donald Trump, the dinner with Donald Trump, I feel like that really cost him some political standings. And to be honest, like nowadays, like even when he's actually criticizing Donald Trump, it's like, really, this is why you have to be very much careful with what you do. But that, and even when I say that, like, but it's coming from a place like when he went for dinner with Donald Trump. Not that he knowed me and need my approval. I feel like his viewers, a lot of Bill Myers viewers, was disappointed that he actually went. Bill Mayer, he did not need to go to that dinner. He did not need Kid Rock to really set him up with that dinner. So that's why when I commented that under the video, like, I feel like Bill Myers, you can't say he's a far left or he's far right. He's in the middle of the crossroad, but he let Kid Rock play him. And I feel like that has cost him some political standings. That's actually cost him some brownie points with people. Because a lot of people, I feel like seeing people tune in, I feel like Bill Myers would be like what you don't call in America political, they'll call them like the independent. I feel like independent voters listen to Bill Myers. And I feel like when he went to the dinner with Donald Trump that Kid Rock organized for him, I feel like that cost him. I don't know if he's going to ever be able to repair that damage. I don't know if he will ever be able to really repair the damage that has done to his brand as a truth speaker. Because I feel like he did not need to go to that dinner. Because he was uniquely placed. Like everybody respect what Bill Mayer has to say, right? He was not over to the crazy side now from both the right or the left. He was like, I'm here, and this is what majority of American. Now I'm not an American citizen, but I used to like watch it because I like staying tuned to what's happening in America. Because whether we like it or not, what happening in America matters. This is why with America really withdrawn from the world, it is having a profound impact on human rights, women rights, and we need America to get back to being America. We need America. I think the world, it feel like we are in a bad dream. Citizens of the world feel like we are in a bad dream. America is no longer standing up for values. We need, I mean, like, is there, I don't know, like, maybe it's just me, but it used to be, even though we know America wasn't living up to their ideal, even though we know that America has its problem. But when America have a moral authority in the world, we feel like say, all right, the world was a place that you can always look to America to say you can't treat your citizens like that. Women's right is a right. Human right is important. But saying that, I see a video where Donald Trump is trying to punish Burkina Faso or something like that. Why is he doing that? What did that African country do to Donald Trump more than want to look after its own resources? Africa need to be in charge of their own resources. You shouldn't want to punish a country because they want to look after their own resources. And I feel like the only thing you can say Burkina Faso is Adam Traore is guilty of is want to be in control of its own resources. And a different note, because I know I start off talking about Bill Myers, but let's talk about this now. Like, we can't have a state where America or the West feel like America should have Africa is only good for it to be ripped, and being exploited. This guy has done nothing more than said that if Paris is going to be well lit, so should my country. The natural resources, but then again, it's like it makes no sense because I was saying that with America missing from the world need America. But if this is the America that we're getting, where Donald Trump is going to ban, I don't know if it's an AI video. I don't know. Does anybody know anything about that? Where they said that people from Burkina Faso, the student will be losing their visa, they're seizing no more travel coming from there. What did that country did not do you anything, America? The country is rich with natural resources, and the leader is saying that we need to take charge of our natural. Like, come on, it's time you applaud. It's time people of the West are this side of the world applaud good African leaders that want to use the resources of that country for the people. Now, if you are tired of immigration in America, you can't want the people them to stay where they are and die for wants and needs. So you should be encouraging an African leader. You should want to give them the best price for the natural resources and police them to make sure, because if money is going back into the country from the natural resources, then police the country and make sure it's going back to the people. So you don't have to have Africans want to migrate, and this is the root cause of migration. Ultimately 90% of people are what you call now economical migrants. They are migrating for a better economic or money or whatever you want to call it. So if you are going to want to penalize Burkina Faso, people are, because they have really find a leader that's saying, I'm not going to be cutting any more backdoor deal with France. The resources, our country needs to be lit first. We need our lights, like the family eat first. The family eat first. Like, why is that country, why does America want to paint that country as a PR state or whatever? Why is American? Why is the West? Why is France? Why is England? Do the same thing to Gaddafi, When African people stand up and say Africa for African, happy if you classified Africa as a shithole, happy to classify Africa and Africans as the people who is always looking for handout. But when Africans stand up and said, all right, we are going to be leading our people, that was the same thing we did to Zimbabwe, Me just go work, And the same thing we do to Zimbabwe, When an African leader stand up and said, you know what, we are rich in resources and we want the resources of our country to benefit our people, not just to select few. Like you people in Washington and people in number 10 and people in France, you guys like when African leaders are corrupt. But at the same time, like, where should African go? Where should African, please, somebody, like, and don't say Africans should go to hell because they are living in hell. Like, don't type Africans should go to hell because they are living in hell. But where you don't want Africans in France, you don't want them in England, you don't want them in America, and you don't want the resources of their land to benefit them. So explain to me, like, Earth is not for you one. Earth is, we are all human. Like if Africans should stay in Africa, then the resources that God given to Africans should benefit Africans. I don't know if this thing is true where Donald Trump said, I don't know if it's a deep fake, like you don't know what to believe. I don't follow much of the news, but I see where a video is on is a TikTok where the book of Chori and the people of book is getting penalized, for what? For wanting to say to France, if our uranium is going to power your reactors in Paris, how about it powers ours first, and then you can get what left? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't see you making sure Africa is all right, then America is all right. And when you have an African leader, and this is a black experience. We damn if we do, we damn if we don't. Like, see Puff Daddy that prison there. I think like, where is even Puff Daddy? For the mere fact that I think the last thing Puff Daddy said that landed him in jail was, the family eat first. I've got money and I want to use it to help my people. Like, where is even Puff Daddy? Like, can you imagine? Even in America, this is the unjustness of the black experience. Like, Ghislaine Maxwell, she was moved from a maximum security to like a daycare, a sex predator. She's a convicted, the head cook and buckle washer of a child sex organization. What? And on the try to pin down Puff Daddy upon some RICO laws, and where is Puff Daddy? Where is even? What did you guys become Muslim? Jane and tear them tear. Yeah, them don't want Africa. Them, yes, my fam. Them don't want Africa for Africans. Because if you go and penalize book off, so of whatever can call it. And if you go and the mere thing the guy is saying is that African resources, and every African leader that's saying African, just like when Mugabe said that African land is for Africans, bankrupt Zimbabwe. And when Gaddafi come out and say we can't let Africa become a Zimbabwe, kill Gaddafi. But you know the difference now? The world is awakening to America dirty chicks. The world, yes, man, a strong brand. That's how we say top farm fit. Me love the arm, man. Big it up, man, a strong brand. Because the reason we have of strong people and the reason we have of strong. I see something they do for Zimbabwe. When Mugabe looking at Zimbabwe and liberate Zimbabwe, because remember, Mugabe did liberate Zimbabwe, but with liberation comes sufferation. Just like when you come under the pretense of Africa, South Africa is free. But black people still have face sufferation in South Africa. So when Mugabe look at them, people can't be free unless they are in control of the levers of government and in control of the natural resources of the land. Bankrupt Zimbabwe. I see them think them do at Cape Town, and just because Adam Traore now saying that African resources is going to start benefiting Africa. Not just the Traore family, not just my lieutenant, not just my immediate family, but all Uno demonize him. Why? So Uno no want we are Europe. Uno no want we are America. Uno no want where like please. This sort of thing African natural blue, If it was for Uno alone, if it was the Africans alone, there'll be peace on the earth. This is why we know God is black, because there's not one black race out there preach hate. We preach no matter how bad them treat black people, we still bring them love. We still bring them peace. We still bring them forgiveness. This be a lesson, black people, you hear? And black leaders. And don't go in a black leadership if you can't take the chastisation. Stay away from black leadership, because them are going to imprison you. Them are going to do everything to silence you. It is not easy. Want to liberate your people. But with Christ in the vessel, you will smile at the storm. Remember, check out www.topfarmway.com, the strong brand for the strong people, because weakness cannot exist in our power evolving universe. Remember, we're up against some evil people. The same people who criminalized Puff Daddy are the same people that moved Ghislaine Maxwell from a maximum security prison to a daycare prison. The same system that is want to penalize Africa, but they want to take away Africa resources to power their economic. And them no want Africans are them America, them no want Africans are Europe. So where must Africa go? What must Africans do? But that's the black experience. Stay blessed.